Heart to Start podcast. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Guchinni JD. We back with our first video for the 2026 fantasy football offseason, man. We got a new series called Where Guchinni Was Right and Where Guchinni Was Wrong, man. We holding ourselves accountable for what we talking about in these fantasy football streets, man. We're going to go over all the players that we talked about in 2025, draft or not draft, 100%, so we can go ahead and stay getting better as we try and put more championships on the wall here in this 2026 fantasy football season. But before we get into the content, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're really rocking with the Heart to Start podcast community, man, go ahead and share this content with your league mate so we can go ahead and get this community continue to grow, man, 100%. Let's go ahead and kick it off with our first player, man. Swing and a miss, just like Young Ho Koo's kicking a field goal and kicks everything but the ball. This is how I feel about my Pop Smoke 2025 tape. I said Brett would be a consistent wide receiver 3 and his target share would stay around between 17 to 18% and will get at least 80 targets in back-to-back seasons. But Brett's role got completely slashed in half. 46 targets down from 88 targets and a 9.6 target share down from 17.6. And he only ran 207 slot snaps down from 493. I said more games with Drake May would equal more value based on the 2024 season from week 6 through 18 and the production between Demario Douglas and Drake May showed. But clearly I underestimated the addition of Stefon Diggs and all the other new pass catchers that came to New England. And let's go ahead and break down the pass catchers over there in New England. You see right here, we had Stefon Diggs with 102 targets, 85 receptions, 1,013 yards, and 4 TDs. New body to the room. Hunter Henry, 87 targets, 60 receptions, 768 yards, 7 TDs. A new body in Mac Hollins, 65 targets, 46 receptions, 550 yards, and 2 TDs. Boutte, lightweight breakout season, 46 targets, 33 receptions, 551 yards, and 6 TDs. Then you have my boy Pop Smoke with 46 targets, 31 receptions, 447 yards, and 3 TDs. And you had the young bull, the rookie Travion Henderson with 42 targets, 35 receptions, and 221 yards. So you had three new pass catchers come onto the team who completely had carved out a role that also bumped Pop Smoke down as well in the pecking order of the targets. But then you had a breakout year, lightweight of a breakout year from Keyshawn Boutte. Boutte and Drake May definitely carved out a role, 100%, man. So Stefon Diggs and his 102 targets, Mac Hollins with his 65 targets, and Travion with his 42 targets, which they combined for 209 targets for 3 new pass catchers added to the roster. The new pass catchers brought out the best in Drake May, and he spreaded the ball around like hot butter on biscuits. But let's talk about this right here. Pop Smoke is still elite, bruh. 100% when he get the ball. Target separation, 2.3. 8th at the position. Yards per target, 9.7. 15th at the position. Yards per reception, 14.4. 24th at the position, y'all. Bro, when he get the ball in his hands, he's nasty, 100%, man. 14.4 yards per reception, 24th at the position, 9.7 yards per target, 15th, and a 2.3 target separation, and a 21.9% target rate in a low volume offense. Yeah, I struck out on this one, my G's, but the talent is there. The wide receiver room was way too crowded for him to carve out a role in 2025. And I'm going to give y'all a little bit more insight on what some of the new content is coming this year. Bruh, this is his 4th year coming in, going into 2026. He needs a bag. So whether, they go and look to maybe get rid of him because they like what they got over there, or maybe they stick it out and see what Bruh can do this year for them. But he's going to try and get, once the ball gets in his hands, he going to go try and get jiggy with it because he deserves a second contract and somebody going to bring him in. So yeah, even though I said draft him last year, y'all, he was going undrafted 100%. And off the 2024 metrics, like I said, especially from week 6 through 18 last year, once Drake May finally became the starter, Pop was going crazy. So be on the lookout for Pop this year. You ain't going to have to pay nothing for him 100%. I'll take the L on this one. But yeah, let's get into this next player, man, 100%.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
I bet on the slot king, and the slot king got dethroned, my G's. Josh Downs went from wide receiver 35 in 24 to a wide receiver 4-4 in 2025. I stated in my third year wide receiver breakout video last year, I hope y'all go check that out, that I don't think they added too much to the pass catcher's room. So Josh Downs' target share shouldn't drop off, and it fell off like some of y'all favorite rappers. So I clearly underestimated the addition of Tyler Warren with the first round draft capital and the emergence of Alec Pierce. Let's go ahead and break down some of the Josh Downs 24 metrics to 25 metrics. 100%. Y'all see it right there on the screen. Josh Downs' target share went from 25.6 in 24 to 17.5 in 25. His targets dropped from 107 in 2024 to 87 in 2025. His target rate went from 29.6 in 2024 to 23.6 in 2025. While Tyler Warren was first in the team in targets and second on the team in receptions and second on the team in receiving yards, that first round draft capital paid the heck off for Indy. And my boy Alec Pierce, like I said, this is one of my favorite acquisitions in the offseason, free agent acquisitions in the offseason. He added 15 more targets, 10 more receptions, and 177 more yards in 2025 than he did in 2024. In my original video, I said if we get better quarterback play, we'll get better production from Josh Downs, and we sure in the hell did get better quarterback play. Let's look at Danny Dimes, what he did while he was healthy. He had 6 quarterback 1 finishes and 5 quarterback 2 finishes. Danny Dimes completely spreaded the ball around in 2025. Let's go ahead and look at the target breakdown, y'all. Michael Pittman with the wide receiver 18 finish. Bruh had 111 targets. Tyler Warren with a tight end 4 finish had 112 targets, and Alec Pierce, the only Indianapolis Colts that had a pass catcher that had 1,000 yards. So definitely the quarterback play got better. But Daniel Jones wasn't looking for my dog Josh Downs 100%. That slot role wasn't booming. Daniel Jones, if it was the slot, it was going to Tyler Warren. But we also seen, when we talk about design targets and all that, we seen Tyler Warren getting end arounds. We seen him playing lightweight, the tush push role and all that 100%. So in my opinion, this wasn't no L, y'all. 100%. This was a full blown loss of down, loss of yardage, and intentional ground, and a fine from your fantasy league for listening to Guchinni JD's opinion on Josh Downs 100%. But this was another wide receiver that, look, bruh, he wasn't costing you too much at the draft. He was going at the back end of the draft 100%. My thing is, this is another third-year wide receiver that didn't have first-round capital, that's looking for another bag going into looking for his second contract going into 2026. So 100%, the numbers and the talent ain't there. The role just wasn't there for Bruh. So whether he sticks around, like we talked about Pop Smoke in the first player that we talked about, 100%. Josh Downs is looking to get paid, so be on the lookout again for Josh Downs this year, y'all. Let's get into our next player. This one hit harder than when Jalen Petrie knocked out all of bruh Sonic the Hedgehog coins and had to hit on the year about the player that we talking about and my dog Double R, Rashee Rice. I highly underestimated the suspension risk. Roger Bumdale and the little mediation they was able to come to 6 games. I said it was going to be between 2 and 4 games. But even though we can't predict injuries, my dog Rashee sat out the last 2 games due to a concussion. But if we project out those numbers to where he does play 10 games, his final stats was 53 receptions, which averages out to 6.6 receptions per game. And over 10 games, that would have roughly estimated out to about 66 receptions. And if we project out his 571 receiving yards that he finished with, and that's about 71.4 yards per game over 10 games, that's 714 receiving yards. For context, the ex-Niner, y'all see what time it is, Niner game, Debo was the WR25 in 2025, and he finished with 72 receptions, 727 yards, and Brett played in 16 games, 6 more than my dog Double R, 100%. So if we want to get down and bring up some stats to go ahead and talk about what my boy Double R did, you see it right here on the screen. Target share, 28.7%, 12th at the position. Target rate, 30.2 at the position. Target share, the percentage of all team passing targets directed at a particular wide receiver. Target monster. That's what we said. Patrick Mahomes' favorite target, y'all. Target rate. Targets per route run. 4th at the position. Come on now. We've been talking about this. Red zone targets. Y'all see it right there on the screen. 7th at the position. Design targets. 17 of them. Deep target share, 15.8. Red zone target share, number 1 at the position, 46.2%. 8 games played, y'all. Come on now, let's talk about it. We wasn't too wrong on this motherfucking take, 100%. And please strike that from the record. 100%. Deep target share, 15.8%. Design target share, 54.8%. First at the position, y'all. Come on now, let's get into it. Rashee production wasn't too bad with those games missed. So I identified Rashee Rice as a target hog with 30.2% target rate, 28.7 target share, and a 46.2 red zone target share, and a design target share of 54.8. Those are elite wide receiver 1 metrics, and I based that off his rookie season and his second year stats and metrics for Rashee Rice to get 18 red zone targets, in which he caught 11 of those in 8 games. The opportunity was there for him to boom. And see, that's another thing. He had 18 red zone targets and he caught 11 of them. Their offense was booed in the mud, 100%. But for Patrick Mahomes to be able to get that boy 18 red zone targets and for him to have, how many touchdowns did that boy finish with? Only 5. That motherfucker had, excuse my language, I'm a little fired up. He had 18 chances to score a whole bunch of touchdowns. Oh, my mama, bro. Hey, look, bro, that was my dog. Hey, Rashee, going into this year, another, like, the name of the video last year was 3rd year wide receiver breakouts. None of these boys got 1st round draft capital. They looking to get paid, dog, 100%. Oh, my mama. So then we talking about the opportunity was there for him to boom in 2025. What I learned from this take is that his role in this offense is everything I thought it would be. I'm not the commissioner of the NFL, but Roger Goodell, I can't predict what Roger Goodell can, try and ask for suspensions and stuff like that, even though we had the committee and they had to go ahead, mediate the suspension and Rashee Rice. He got his lawyer is somebody that sit on the like the Congress or the Senate or something like that. For he's a state of Texas representative, 100%, bro. Look, we didn't never overestimate what his role is, but we underestimated the suspension risk 100%. But he had every opportunity to go ahead and back up my prediction of him being as a wide receiver one, finishing as a wide receiver one in this offense, even due to the suspension, especially when you talk about red zone target share, 46.1. First at the position. Red zone targets, 18 of them, and Brett only had 5 TDs, and then design target share was 54.8. We need him. He's the end-all be-all to our offense right now. Boo-boo run game, 100%. Travis Kelce, 50 years old, minus 15 maybe, allegedly. You know what I mean? Hollywood, Xavier Worthy, gadget players. They couldn't wait for Rashee to come back 100%. So, yeah, we're going to take the L on that one right there. But he's another mob, you know what I mean, that we definitely considering him 100%. And he was the only player that you had to spend the bag on in last year's draft. And I spent the bag on him in almost all my redrafts and didn't trade him. I waited on him 100%. So, yeah, we sticking to our word. I appreciate y'all for taking some of your time out to watch this new series where Guchinni was right, where Guchinni was wrong. We holding ourselves accountable for what we talking about in these fantasy football streets 100%. We're going to drop the next video here pretty soon. Y'all know what my saying is. In fantasy, if you ain't got the heart to start, you ain't got the nuts of a champion. In life, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And that's why your boy Guchinni JD here to help y'all get ready with your 2026 fantasy football homework. Appreciate y'all. To the next video.